The Patriots wanted Calvin Ridley. They obviously wanted Calvin Ridley. They didn't get him. How's that Bill's fault? Needing a wide receiver is Bill's fault. Having to overpay.
That's the part that's the way to say it.
Maybe, except Kraft is also culpable in that. They haven't spent in 10 years. On average, they're the lowest spending team over the last decade. That's not all on Bill. And when they continue to not spend and draw a line in the sand, and I wonder how close they actually were to Calvin Ridley. When they draw a line in the sand and they don't get him, I'm not going to blame Bill for that.
Right. But it goes back to if you had drafted just one receiver and kept him because you let Jacoby Myers walk out the door, or if you had hit on at least one receiver, one pass catcher even beyond Hunter Henry in that 2021 free agency spend, then you would be in a less desperate position.
Fine. Maybe
where it would look like, oh my God, this was our one shot in free agency.
Maybe if the owner had a bigger budget, they would have gotten DeAndre Hopkins. Like, they can kick and scream all they want and say, ooh, we totally wanted him. Maybe if you had a bigger budget, you would have gotten him. Or I don't know, maybe if you had a bigger budget, Bill wouldn't have had to choose. He chose wrong, but Bill wouldn't have had to choose between Juju Smith-Schuster and Jacoby Myers. They made Myers an offer. Myers said at the Super Bowl it came down to like $1 million. So I don't know. If Bill wasn't reined in by a budget, maybe they could have had both. So Kraft can't skate on that, and I'm not going to let Kraft skate on that. We'll get to all your feedback here today. 617-779-7937. It's how you get in touch with Jones and Mego on WEEI. Now that the Patriots struck out on Calvin Ridley, and they did strike out, do you still wish that they draft a quarterback at number 3? And I do like the defense of Robert. You can't overspend. Can't overspend. They were ready to spend on Calvin Ridley. But you can't overspend. That's stupid. Spending $22 million, smart. Spending $23 million, dumb. Getting good players, dumb. Overspending, dumb. Making sure you maintain a budget, smart. Signing players off a 4-win team, smart. Starting Jacoby Brissett this year, smart. It's incredible the logic with the Patriots this offseason. But I'm getting off track now, Mego. You can vote at Jones and Mego. You can dial us up. Do you still want them to take a quarterback at number 3, or their complete emptiness in free agency, where they have not added hardly anything from outside the organization? They've retained their crappy 4-win team. They haven't added anything to their crappy 4-win team. Do you still want them to take a quarterback at 3?
I'll say this. I'm obviously very disappointed by their inability to close with Calvin Ridley. But if that signing is enough to make or break your quarterback plan, then you shouldn't be in the rookie quarterback business. And so it doesn't change my mind. Yes, I still want a rookie quarterback at 3 in this draft. I still like these top 3 quarterbacks. I still love my hillbilly king, Drake May, and I want to see him out there. I also still think that you can find a receiver somewhere else. I think it's more of a gamble to think that you're going to be able to hit on a receiver along with your quarterback high up in the draft. You sit in a very nice position at 34, but it is a gamble. We don't know how much say these guys who are running the front office now had in previous drafts when it came to getting N'Keal Harry, Tyquan Thornton, just to throw out a couple names who very much unimpressed once they were in the league. But if you're doing your job, the entire quarterback decision should have never been based on one free agent. As good as Calvin Ridley is and as disappointed I am in this situation, like, by the way, there's also still the potential for a trade market. So, yes, I'm still there for a quarterback at 3.
It's possible they trade for someone. I am not holding my breath. I gave them a real chance to sign Ridley. I'd be okay if they snap out of it and they sign Hollywood Brown. I'd get on board with that. Mego's going to kick and scream about that if they do. I have my fingers crossed for it. I don't think they're trading for T. Higgins.
You just want to hear me like spew venom.
Yeah, you hate Hollywood Brown, so if they sign him, you have to rip them for it. That's all.
I'll rip him, but I don't have like the venom that you think that I have.
You have to rip them for signing him.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, good. So, look, I hope they make a signing. I gave him a chance at Ridley. I am not going to keep moving the goalposts and saying, well, maybe they'll trade for T. Higgins. Maybe they will, but I'm not giving them the out. They've done nothing. To everybody crying the first couple of days of free agency, give them time. The league year hasn't even started yet. All the players are gone. They're pretty much all gone. Unless the Patriots snap out of it and sign Hollywood Brown and Tyron Smith, they're all gone. The players are gone. The news cycle has slowed down. I don't know if you noticed. Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, they're not tweeting as often because all the good players are gone.
They're like back at the Equinox, getting their workout in.
They're all signed. It's done. Free agency is borderline done. So give them time. What? The league year hasn't even started yet. No, it's pretty much over. It's pretty much done. They're not doing anything. So, Arkan, how do you feel? I know you already didn't want to draft a quarterback. How'd you vote?
And now I want to even less. Now I think it just would be a total waste of time. It'd be a waste of a career probably, and it'd be a waste of a draft pick. If you're bringing him into an offense that looks like this, you haven't upgraded this offense at all. And Mego, I understand what you're saying about it being, this one free agent lampooning the whole thing. It's not just the one free agent, it's the free agent market. The free agent market shriveled up and died right in front of everybody, and the only thing that was left was Calvin Ridley. It wasn't just about Calvin Ridley all along. I mean, we talked about Michael Pittman, we talked about Mike Evans, we wanted all these guys, we wanted the Patriots to at least be in on them, and when that all went away, I mean, when the cap went up and that all went away, it sort of, I mean, it was going to be hard for you to get the one free agent wide receiver. It was going to be difficult for you because no one wants to play here, and that's it. I mean, if you're dropping a rookie quarterback into this, then what are you looking at me like that for? You think Calvin Ridley wanted to come here?
I mean, he went to Tennessee, Arkan.
Yeah, he did.
You're making it sound like he went to the Chiefs.
No, he didn't go to the Chiefs. He didn't want to come to the Patriots. At least the Titans have a quarterback.
They do?
Yeah. And the Jaguars do too.
Okay,
and what do you think happened? Do you think he took that last offer and brought it to Tennessee?
Arkan, he didn't go to Jacksonville, so I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Okay, but he was holding out the whole time because he didn't want to go to New England. He could have taken the Patriots offer. So Titans came in at the very last minute and made a bigger offer, and that's what happened.
Thank you. So that's the real answer. You just got to the real answer. The real answer is Tennessee paid him. It's not that he wouldn't come to New England. New England refused to pay him.
The Patriots had a better offer than Jacksonville. They were the only two who were out. And why didn't Ridley take it then? Why didn't Ridley take it when it was just those two offers? Why did he wait around for another person to come in?
Maybe Tennessee's been in the mix the whole time.
Maybe they have. I don't know. But who got the right of last refusal? I guarantee you they didn't bring it back to New England. Once he got another offer, I'm sure he just took it. He didn't want to come to the Patriots.
Probably because the Patriots said this is all we're offering. And they cheaped out again. And I bet it wasn't that good of an offer in the first place. I bet if we dig into the guarantees, it sucked. It was incentives. It was taxed through the a-hole. Like, I bet it was not that good of an offer at the end of the day. The Patriots want you to believe it was a good offer. I bet it wasn't even a good offer. But Tennessee is not some great destination. He chose Tennessee because they paid him.
Yeah,
that's it.
They did pay him. That's true.
Well, that's all.
But when it comes to the negotiation and how it all went down, I didn't say he chose him because of Will Levis.
You said they have a quarterback.
They do have a quarterback. And you don't. I mean, they actually have one, and you don't. And that's why he was holding out with Jacksonville, too. And when it was just Jacksonville and New England, he could have taken the Patriots' better offer, and he didn't. He was holding out because he doesn't want to play here. I don't understand how you don't see that.
Well, I think what Jones is saying, if I'm trying to be fair here,
Tennessee
is
stinks,
that,
too. And the Patriots stink.
It's not like Tennessee has so much more to
Tennessee's
offer.
better than you.
Yeah, but it's not like they have so much more to offer.
Arkan, all I told you the other day is that this guy wants the most money, and he's going to take the most money, and he took the most money. He was suspended for a year. He is 30. This is his last chance. So whoever gave him the most money is where he was going. It could have been dog crap Patriots. It could have been the Chiefs. It didn't matter. He was going to go wherever he got the most money. That's what happened. That
is how it went down. But I also believe that when he got the offer from the Titans, he said, that's it. I'm going to Tennessee.
Believe what you want. I think
I will believe what I want.
If somebody else upped it, I think he would have taken that.
Maybe he would have. I don't know. We'll never know that. But I guess the point here that I'm trying to say is that, no, I don't want to draft a quarterback. I don't want to put a rookie quarterback into this offense. It's the same offense as before except with Antonio Gibson, and you may have gotten a little bit worse in the offensive line.
What
the
if
wide
he sits
receiver
a year?
room's worse. That is a waste of a third overall pick, I think.
I don't want anybody sitting. So, believe it or not, despite our arguing, I'm closer to agreeing with Arkan than I ever have been on this topic. I still want the quarterback at 3, but I want him a lot less than I wanted him yesterday. And, I believe in drafting a quarterback, and I believe a quarterback can raise everything up. Again, Tennessee, or Houston, rather, was not a great spot for C.J. Stroud last year. People retroactively look at it and go, wow, look at everything Houston had. They didn't have anything. We all looked at it and said, boy, the cupboard's bare in Houston. They suck. And C.J. Stroud fixed it all. So I do believe in that. But I look at it and I go, man, it really better be the guy at number 3. I'm still taking him. I like Drake May, but I am closer to saying Fields and Marvin Harrison or something like that is more attractive. Penix and Marvin Harrison is more attractive. And so it's the closest I've been. I'm still going to dig my heels in and say Drake May. But I don't like how they've approached free agency. I thought the whole plan, in my mind anyway, to turn things around was get some help in free agency, plug the kid in, and go. So if he can play, he can play, and he'll be able to elevate what's around him. And I'm sure they'll draft a receiver for him at 34. Maybe they'll make a trade for T. Higgins or something like that. But in the meantime, looking at it, I'm as close as I've been to saying take Harrison or trade back. 617-779-7937. Now that the Pats have struck out on Ridley, do you still want them to draft a quarterback at number 3? And how much of it is still Bill's fault? We're still doing that?